was a Tuesday afternoon and it was my turn to drive. I picked up the other three dart players and we headed south on 94 towards our dart game. As I exited the freeway on Holly Road, my truck cut off. I called the tow truck and they towed my truck away and took me home. Later that next day I found out that my engine was blown in my truck and that it was going to cost a lot of money to get fixed. I called my older sister and she said, well, now since you don't have the money to get your truck fixed, I could come and spend a little time with you. When my sister came to my house, I felt really sad because I didn't realize how much time I missed out on, and I would have noticed that she had gotten sick. I called my other sister and we talked about trying to get my sister to go to the hospital because she had lost a whole lot of weight and she wasn't able to eat. We finally got her to go to the hospital on the 4th day that she was at my house. While she was in the hospital, she had to have emergency surgery and she ended up on life support. We called our other family members and everybody came to the hospital. While we were at the hospital in the waiting room, I didn't realize how much time that I had missed out on my sister and her children's lives because I didn't know how good my niece was in track, that she was getting a full scholarship. I didn't realize how much my other niece was doing well in school. She was in her 3rd year of college. I didn't realize how many good grades that all the rest of the children was getting because I was in my own world. My other cousins came from Chicago to persuade to encourage us to keep our faith and thinking my sister would get better, and she ended up dying a week later. And at this time I didn't realize how much we had missed out on their lives because their children didn't even know who we were. And during this time while we was in the hospital, we all began to build relationships, to catch up on lost times. While my sister was in the hospital, she passed away, and me and my sister had to make funeral arrangements. We went through a whole lot of tough times, and then we realized that family is more important than anything and that we needed to stay together and stand strong as a family. I realized that in my life I was spending too much time to myself and not enough time with my family, and this all was because my truck broke down on the freeway.